What up, y'all? Sweet. What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If you are new, hey, welcome to you too. We left our phone. We gotta go get it. It's not far. Y'all gonna stay? Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I guess I lied. It ain't really 2 seconds, but you know we still just right here. We ain't really went nowhere. We needed to get the phone so we could get tapped in. Tapped in. Welcome to the Wheatfield. Welcome to Tears and Wheat to Road Show, where you show enough, never know what you're gonna get. Spirit said it's test season. Discernment, help where you can. Discern, and we got truth versus test. Today is January the 8th, 2026. But whenever you get this, it's still good, beloved. It's still good. So, we have been seeing quite a number of things today, and a lot of things that we've been seeing is all about helping people or helping something, helping someone. One thing we saw is a lot of people helping out animals, which is very, very cool. And some people going through extreme lengths to help out animals. And I was like, damn, I wonder how often do people go through those types of lengths to help out another person? Probably not. But animals can be way cooler than people and way more loving, display more loving and compassion, so I get it. Like, a lot of people like they animals better than they like people. I understand it. We was thinking about getting a pet. I'm like, I'm probably not going to get a pet. Because they just require a lot. And I'm not really for sure if I'm ready for that level of commitment. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not. So we're not going to do it. We enjoy other people pets, though. But we don't want our own. This is a collective reading. Spirit said it's a test versus truth. So you actually may get a call from somebody asking you for some help, and you may need to discern whether this is a test of your boundaries or whether this person is truthful and they really need support. So allow your spirit to guide you to help you discern. And the message for today is help where you can. If you have capacity to do it, do it. You know, like, it's only going to return onto you because energy circulates and transforms, but it doesn't die. You know, energy is never lost. So if you do something, if you decide to take an opportunity to help a person, and, you know, I'm getting for somebody, somebody might help somebody that's on bullshit. And you might feel a kind of way about helping them. Like, I helped you out and you was just on some bullshit. You was just trying to get money to go do other shit or whatever the case may be. Or play on people. Your blessing that you gave them is not going to be lost. It's going to be returned onto you. It ain't going to come back from them, but it is going to come back to somebody. And I'm getting it's probably going to be magnified. I'm hearing times 2. So, be a good person. Display kindness. Kindness is free. So help where you can. We always discern because you want to be a help, not an enabler. So discern. So it's like it's giving. I don't know why they don't even. I don't know what they was getting ready to write because my brain was thinking enabler and they was about to write something like that. Oh, they actually wrote left on red. So discernment left on red. So somebody could have been reaching out to you to ask you for some help, and maybe you didn't even read the fucking message. You might have knew right off the rip, like, I'm not talking to this person. All they do is call me and ask me for shit. They don't reach out when it's like just regular schmegula. Hey, how you doing? You still breathing? You okay today? Every time you see their name, it's like they just got their hand out. They want something I say. So somebody gonna get left on red. And then I do see truth versus test. Somebody is going to test you, and maybe that's the advice from Spirit. It's just not even the fucking red. And then you'll know when it's truthful, and Spirit is gonna help guide you to help, right? And so when they tell you to help a person, kind of do it, right? Because it's opening up a pathway. Not only we don't just help for the sake of like getting something back, no, but just know that it will come back. That's what I'm saying. Because giving automatically begets receiving. When you give, you will receive. Forgiveness and honor yourself is coming through. Thank you to the Most High God for bringing a message onto me first and foremost, so that we can be spiritually edified, prepared, strengthened to bear the yoke that we are going to bear, that we are bearing. We ask to overflow, and the message goes out into the wheat field, and that they may receive it, and that they have what they need to be strengthened to bear the yoke you placed upon them, beloved. I ask that they overflow. I pray that they do. Any energy that you give them to expand comes back times 2. All right, let's see what they gave us. We have shame, consider the options, so that's definitely options. Like, you got to make a decision. Bravery is coming through. We got speak your truth and trust in yourself. So, test. Somebody may come to you, and again, like a person who has done this before, like, you have to discern whether or not you're going to help this person, and Spirit said you're not. And I don't know if it's something about being ashamed and trusting in yourself. Like, maybe you don't like to turn people away. If people come to you for help, you try to do what you can all the time. But this person in particular, whoever I'm picking up on, they only come to you for help, period. Like, they don't come to check in to see how you doing. It's not reciprocal. It's a one-sided relationship. And Spirit has been really coaching us on one-sided relationships. Like, you are not going to continue to sow into one-sided relationships. Like, don't fucking call me just when you want something. Like, no. Yeah, healing. You are healing the dynamic of being in one-sided relationships. So, yeah, you might say something to this person. You might feel a kind of way about having to do it. Or just the fact that they keep doing what they're doing and coming to you and you keep helping, maybe building up the energy of shame, and you may not like it, or this person might be doing something shameful. Why the fuck they keep coming to ask you for help? I don't know. I don't know why it's like giving me like a hard truth or some shit. Death is coming out, right? It's like it's time for the relationship to transform. They need to end something. They need to just fucking stop doing something and transform themselves. Considering the options. Considering the option, one of the options is quit doing whatever the hell you're doing to waste all your goddamn money. Now, some people are just not unemployed, it's underemployed. Like, they have a job, they are working, they are doing their best to maintain everything, but what they're making is just not enough to maintain. Between fucking taxes that come off your shit off the top, and then everything that you have to pay to support yourself, it can be difficult, and somebody could be challenged with underemployment and not just necessarily not being employed, unemployed, or I'm hearing shamefully unemployed. You know how like a person just don't want to get a job. I'm not saying it's not a challenge or can be hard to find a good paying job. That is the truth. Both things can exist at the same time. So take it how it resonates. This is not pointing fingers at anybody. It's just saying that there is a group of people, and we know people like this who don't want to fucking work. They will work for a minute and then get a check and quit. Or they'll work for it a little bit and then what the fuck happened to your job? I don't know. It's just with the shit. Or they just don't want to fucking work. They can say, oh, I'm looking for a job, I'm applying and I'm going on interviews, and they may not be doing shit. They might just be fucking out there getting your gas money, driving around in your motherfucking car, gone for a couple of hours, fuck off, and then come back like they really was out there looking, and it ain't even like that. So Spirit is saying it's a test here. So whatever the case may be, when this person come back in and ask for help, it's giving like you transitioning away from it, ending it's giving lifeline, pipeline of fucking support, and letting them go figure it out to discover other options, consider more options. There is a bigger opportunity for them to tap into their own bravery and courage and to do it themselves. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. The highest possible result is you stepping back and letting this person transform so that they can get off their ass and they can do it. It's like you having a back may not necessarily be helpful. So for this person, you may be speaking your truth. And the spirit is saying, like, you need to go trust in yourself. One, trust in yourself, and what you said to this person is real. And, like, don't go back on it. Don't double back. Don't walk it back. Stand firm. Stand strong. Right? Bravery. And letting this person know that they can do it. You know, it might be a difficult challenge, but if you apply yourself and focus, there's more options out here for you besides just running back to other people to fix your shit. Yeah, alchemy is coming through. The magician just keeps coming through. Alchemy, Queen Nefertiti. You know, you could change your situation. You just have to be brave enough to do it. To take the resources that you currently have and work them to your benefit. You know, everything works together for your great. Everything worked for my good, right? Then take what you got and work that shit out is what I'm hearing, the storm. See, it's like this person, somebody is getting ready to go through a storm or is in a storm and they may call for help. But the thing about it is that you may have helped their ass so many times where spirit is like, it's time for you to stop. It's time for you to come away from that. Allow them to use the energy of this storm to build themselves up and to develop bravery within them. I'm also picking up, again, like they said, truth versus test. Test situation, somebody needs to figure that shit out on their own. The truth is somebody else may really need some help. They're going through a storm. Like, again, they could be underemployed. They may have even experienced death or endings in their life that change their financial outlook. And this person may actually need support. This would be somebody that you know. Again, they working. They're doing everything that they can. They're maximizing and utilizing every one of their resources. But what they're coming up with just isn't, you know, enough for sustainability or to get past this challenge that they are facing. So Spirit said it will let you know when they want you to intervene. So for us, we go to the Spirit. If this is you and you are in this position, then don't be afraid to speak up, to speak your truth, to trust in yourself, right? Like, sometimes we have to say, hey, I'm in need of support. Hey, you know, can you or will you, you know, and trust that the resources will be available to you. Yeah, wounded healer. This is somebody that has been going through storms and endings and trying to persevere through it, and they just may need some sort of support. So for you, beloved, if you are the person that's being tapped for help and support, then know, like, you're gonna have to make a choice or just discern, because you could be tapped by multiple people for help and support, and you're gonna need to know who to help and who not to help. Like, how to help. You're gonna help everybody. That feels better. You're gonna help everybody, ding, right? But the way that you issue help is driven by the Spirit. It's Spirit led. And they're going to tell you what to give and what is the measure. Thank you to the Alpha and Omega. Yeah, radical rebirth. See, rebirth. That's that born again type of energy. Transition. Like, see, death and rebirth into this. Like a wounded healer. Like, somebody is going through a lot. You know, I've been not only seeing people, like, you know, either helping, you know what I mean? And it was like cautious help. Because sometimes, like, little animals and stuff, animals will come and ask people for help. Like, if they babies or something like that, family is in danger, they will come and ask humans for help. Just watched a video where, like, the cow stood in the road and blocked the road until somebody stopped and got out, and she led them down to the pond to show them that her baby was in there drowning. And of course, they have to be careful with trying to get the baby out, because the mama is so concerned, like, don't hurt my baby, save them, but don't hurt them. You know what I mean? So they have to help cautiously, not only to, you know, answer the call, but also to do it in a way that keeps them safe as well. And that just really hit me. So when Spirit wrote truth versus test, it's like we can help, and oftentimes people who, have a very empathic heart, very compassionate, like you want to help. So you don't want to see nobody out. You don't want to see nobody hurt. You don't want to see nobody going, without a resource if you can help it. But sometimes the help isn't help. It's enabling because a person may not be doing what they need to do to help themselves. And then you can see people who struggle all the time to make a way by themselves. And it's like underemployment is just not enough. Even if, go get a second job. It's like people who be needing 2 and 3 jobs to put it together just to make, a sustainable wage. And that's just not sustainable for anybody. You know what I mean? We all need multiple sources of income. Whether you have a 2-parent household, because again, somebody could have passed and they lost one income. It could have been, I don't know. I just feel like somebody need help. And you could tell they're not a person that's like unmotivated, uninspired, lackadaisical, willy-nilly in and through life. They're really trying to grind it out, and things, they're in a storm. It's just at this time it's not working out. Which one? This one? Yeah. Inner divinity is coming through again. That's been a heavy card this week. Tapping into your inner divine and allowing it to guide you. Truth versus test. Where are you supposed to help at? What is it going to be the best, place for your resource and your energy so that it returns back onto you? If you keep helping a person that you feel like you have a salty disposition, here they go fucking calling me again. Shit, what the fuck do you want? Every time you call me, you just want something. Then your giving is not attached to joy. It's already attached to resentment. And then we wonder why the person that you helped out so much ends up resenting you because you helped them in resentment. You knew, your spirit was telling you, don't do that. Don't keep giving in this capacity because they are not valuing it. They're not using it to maximize themselves. They're wasting your resource. And so stop giving. When you start to feel like that about giving and helping a person, that's the automatic indicator to stop. You always want to give with a grateful and joyous heart. Higher power is here. So spirit is definitely coming through to talk to somebody. I honor the divinity within me, recognizing my eternal nature beyond form and time, and I am supported by the higher power that works beyond time, space, and my conscious understanding. Releasing rituals, so you are going to be called to release one person, possibly help another. So it could be releasing and helping at the same time. Divine timing is a factor. My actions are divinely timed and intuitively led. Y'all, we been off time and we was like, oh, we gonna be up early, and we was up at 6. And then we went back to sleep until 7. We prayed and meditated and scrolled or listened to positive affirmations until about 7:45. And then we got up and got moving. We was thought about it like we supposed to be doing the rising message super early, get the workout in. All of it still gonna get done. It just wasn't on that timing. My actions are divinely timed and intuitively led, unfolding in harmony with luck and cosmic favor. Sacred sleep. I told you we was laying in the bed. I don't know, felt like we just, needed to rest. I enter sacred sleep each night, a healing sanctuary where my body, mind, and soul restore in perfect harmony and grounded. So somebody does need to really rest. I don't know if this is you or this person that's going through this storm, that's the one that's really going through. Like underemployed, really needs some help, type of shit. It's something about resting and getting that body back in harmony, which could be hard to do when you're worried about finances. Grounded is coming through. Somebody needs to ground themselves, and we do see a breakthrough. So hopefully, whoever this person is, it's just the fact that they're going through some sort of radical rebirth, like they're being reborn. And the storm is leading them through, is leading them to a breakthrough. The storm is pushing them to a breakthrough. This person could have been somebody who, I don't know why I'm getting like hyper independent. Like, sometimes you can go through shit and you feel like you can do everything yourself. I don't know if that's life lesson. It could be. And it could be like a thing with just like being able to be vulnerable, to seek support and connectivity, and know that when you ask for support, somebody will be there. The spirit will guide you to the right people to ask so that the support can be given. And maybe that's what a part of it is learning how to trust. Yeah, Queen of Swords in the World card. So it's definitely something about you, we thinking and discerning whether where you should put your energy as we come away from like one-sided relationships where people could come in and get help and help and help and help and help and don't give shit and don't do nothing with your time, your resources. The lesson right now from the Hierophant is that pull back your giving, understand where you putting your energy and your help is at. Because help isn't help if they're not doing shit with it to become better and self-sustainable, beloved. If your help is only empowering them to keep doing the fuck shit that they've been doing, then you enabling them. And that's not good for you or them. But if it's a person that is going through and they just need support, this is probably a person that has a hard time asking for help. Like you probably wouldn't even know that they was going through it like that until like they really got to a point where like shit, I got to ask, I gotta say something. Then 7 of Swords. So Hierophant might be teaching you about some sort of strategy. It could be a test for you. 7 of Swords, the way to think about something, how to see something, how to recognize when somebody's lying and deceitful or whether it's coming from truth. It could even, like we said, give you the strategy to tell you how to give. But somebody could just be trying to rob you. 3 of Cups. That could be somebody you connected to. 8 of Swords. You could be trapped in your head about it, trying to figure out what is the right action to take. Ace of Wands. I think the lesson is don't let people that you close to or people in general rob you. Like, don't be trapped up in your head trying to figure out what is the right thing to do. Go to the spirit. See, 9 of Pentacles. Like for anybody, the goal should be self-sufficiency, right? You can be interdependent. Don't lose your interdependency. Like you can collaborate with others and work in a group. Like we are a collective consciousness. Like you not just out here as a single cell by yourself, right? That's hyper independence. But you are not codependent either. Grand Rising says, oh my gosh. You know what? That's bananas. She is, says that she experienced a financial setback yesterday. And overly independent by experience, not by choice. And that's what I'm getting. Like, even though the experiences has shown you, like, don't ask, I got to do it by myself. Because whenever I ask, the help isn't there. And I get that. I'm a person that's been through that too. Like, it's not even that the help isn't there. It like, look, it's not just about the love and the help. But like Spirit said, it's time for us to change and think about that. You never know when you ask what you get back. Even if it's not the money, it could be something else that you receive that's going to help you think about it different, solution different. Like people can have something to offer besides just that. And I didn't even know behind the Hierophant was the rest card. And we said sacred sleep. So look at that. Is that not sacred sleep with the Hierophant and the freaking 4 of Swords? Like the Hierophant is telling somebody about rest. And it's hard to rest when you're going through a storm. How the fuck do I sleep blind when I got so much shit on my mind? I get it. And nobody's saying that it's easy. Yeah, but you definitely need to bring yourself into harmony. Because how can you think it's solution if you're not rested, if you're not sleeping? And for somebody, you might get a solution in your dreams. They may bring you information in your sleep. Which one would you like, beloved? Thank y'all so much for tapping in. We got a few more minutes. You want that one? Yeah, courage. Yeah, definitely. An expansion is coming through. We do feel like there will be a breakthrough in this. Confirmation. Breakthrough. We do see spiritual gifts, right? Because it could, again, the solution could come in your sleep, or you just need rest to clear your mind so that you can think, right? It's something with that. When you are tired and you are not rested, you definitely are not thinking clearly. You're not. And it's hard to rest when you're stressed. Courage is here. And I do feel like courage to place a boundary around somebody. Boundaries have been heavy this week. Spirit see a whole Joe boundary. It is a person here because I'm picking up two scenarios where one person need help. They need financial assistance, and we see sensitivity. Be sensitive. It's giving compassionate, but also cognizant. What? Cognizant, courageous. It's giving help where you need to help and trust the spirit. When a person that you know is either they come to you, this person don't never come, they don't never ask. You'll be like, probably almost shocked to hear that they've been going through what they've been going through. Or if you know that they're going through, you might feel like they're managing and everything is okay. Like they're getting through it. Like it's tough times for a lot of people. And this person feels like, oh, they tough and they always kind of get through. But this person, kind of like what Sis was saying, like has learned through experience not to ask, because whenever they do ask, either help is not available or is not given, or is given with some sort of sentiment where the cost of receiving the help is just way too fucking high. Like, bitch, I'm not asking for a motherfucking thing. Go wash dishes at the restaurant before I ask your ass for a meal. You know what I mean? Like a glass of water. Because sometimes people, the cost of their fucking glass of water is way the fuck too much. Bitch, I gotta pay fucking Dom Perignon prices for a glass of water. You can kiss my ass. That's what I'm getting. And a person may have learned that shit. Like, I'm not gonna ask shit because people put way too much motherfucking cost on their help. So fuck that. Either they not gonna get it, or I gotta hear about that shit for the next 15 years. Like you need a goddamn trophy or some shit. And I'm not saying don't be appreciative and don't be grateful. Because I know when I went through the stint, when we was fucking homeless and we was out on the street and we didn't have nowhere to go in a state where nobody, we didn't know nobody, we didn't have no support. It was they let us come and stay and sleep on that couch. Well, she had an extra bedroom, so we wasn't on the couch. You know what I mean? But we did, had to go through that. And you talking about feeling a kind of way in somebody else's house when you don't have nowhere else to go, and you eating their food and shit. The good thing is that we were still able to work and be able to contribute back something. But it don't feel good. It don't. It don't. I have been in a situation 1, 2, 3. 3 times in my life where I had to face housing insecurity. My mother kicked me out when I was young with my oldest daughter. We didn't know where we was going, and we was working. So we didn't know what we was gonna do. It was like go to a hotel or find a family member that's willing to open up the door. So that's what we did. We slept on their couch for 2 months until we were able to get enough money to go get a studio apartment. And that was it. Couldn't even afford a whole bedroom. But damn it, we wasn't on the street and I didn't have to worry about getting kicked out. Instincts is coming through. So the second time, I had helped somebody. I gave them the down payment on the house. And he bought the house in his name, and he decided that he didn't want a girlfriend in the family no more, and he didn't want to marry me, and all of this shit, and decided that we had to fucking go out of a house I helped bought. Ain't that some shit? Yep, did that one too. Facade. So you never know what a person actually done went through. That's what made us go to college and put something in ourselves that nobody could take from us, because we have faced housing insecurity twice in our young life. By the time we was 23, we have faced being homeless twice. Like, we would have to go find somebody else to stay and lay our head. And at that point, we was like, never again will we get into a situation where we don't have a place to stay. So somebody is being called to follow their instincts and address relationships. It could be with somebody again that's the test. Like, don't allow your proximity and closeness to people distort your ability to make a good decision, to discern. Oh man, look, it's the third time. Shit, I ended up marrying somebody who was domestically violent, and shit. So we didn't have nowhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? Trying to learn from the last lesson. I'm not helping you bad no shit, and we ain't gonna be married, and you just gonna take everything from me and kick me out. So we did. We helped bad and put in money for assets and shit. And this person ended up being violent, and there we go. We was back in the same shit. But the spirit of creation is good, because what we got out of the relationship, we still use it today, so we still grateful. You know, the things that we learned in that relationship made way for stability. And we came out of it. But in this place, that was the last one that we had, where like it was like 2 months. Yeah, we didn't have anywhere to go. We were able to stay with a friend. And I think we just talked to you when we were telling y'all, my friend Niecy Davis came in to the live, and she was commenting, you know, that's the one that gave us a place to stay. And after that time, it was like, okay, we tried to do it different. We thought we were securing ourselves. We thought we had an understanding of what to do to make sure that we were secure. First time we got education, right? Well, with mom, that was the first time. So we knew we had to work, like bust our ass, because nobody was going to help us do shit. If daddy been gone, he was on some fuck shit from whenever, you know. Mom had to run away from him when we was 5 because he was violent. He was a, you know, whatever. So when we got grown, like 18, 19, we had our child at right before we turned 19. We graduated from high school, but you know how I'm gonna take a year off. Don't do that shit, because we fucking ended up with a kid, and mom put us out before my daughter was 1. You know, because mom was struggling with her own addictions that were never healed, and she put us out over some laundry, because I didn't do laundry in my room that I paid rent for, and she was in there on one of her, you know, episodes, and it got violent. I didn't hit her, she hit me and almost pushed me down the stairs with my daughter in my arms, and we had to leave. So that was that. From that point, we worked 2 full-time jobs, like 16 hours a day, to save up enough money to get our own place, that studio place. So we learned to work. We've been working our whole life. Like that was never a thing. So you can see how a person could start to build up hyper independence and learn not to ask for help. Even like, you know, you think you are connecting with people and you're gonna be safe, and you end up not being safe. So I could see how this person going through this storm could really be struggling with asking for help. So if you know a person and you have an inkling into their background, like this isn't a person that asks for help. This is a person that'll do whatever they can. They'll work 2 jobs. They'll get out there and save. They'll get out there and grind. This person go to work. They fucking do Uber. They fucking DoorDash. They fucking, you know, it's just not enough. So you know when to help somebody. And you also know when a person is on bullshit. When they come in, they get your resources, they don't do what the fuck they're doing, they are non-committal, they are unmotivated, they are uninspired, they have no ambition, and they just want to siphon off somebody else's resources to support their habits. That's a fucking no. It's a no. So Spirit is saying, really discern in this day. You don't want to put your energy in a place where it's not valued. Trickery. It's a goddamn, that look. Okay? And destiny is here. And despondent. Spirit say, look and listen to them. Go to the Spirit. Abundance. It's given like people will just want to get something from you, and you will have to be courageous enough to tell them no. To follow your instincts and place your boundaries. Some of these people you have connection to the past, like they might even feel like they're entitled to your help. You may feel obligated to help them. But the Spirit is saying, touch base into your inner divinity in the highest power to tell you how you should help them. Because you may have to just switch it and be like, I am helping. I know I'm a helper. I want to help you. But I want to help you, not enable you. Right? So if I'm helping you, Spirit, guide me in the best, highest vibrational way to help. And the Spirit might say, leave that ass on red, Ashe. That might be the highest vibrational thing that you need to do. It's just not answer that person who's trying to trick, use, and siphon off of you. Because if you give from that heart, that space, and you find out it's on some bullshit, or you just know you shouldn't do it, or it's making you feel a kind of way, then your joy is not attached to it. Therefore, you're not sowing in joy, and you are calling in that same type of energy that you just sowed into them. You're giving in resentment. You're giving in regret. Therefore, that's what you will beget. So, don't do that. Don't do that. It's okay to say no. These are not your obligations. So it's not your responsibility to fix somebody's problem. You leave their ass on red could actually give them the courage to do what they need to do for themselves. Because maybe they keep coming back to you because they can't go to nobody else. Everybody else probably gonna start telling their ass no. So therefore, they ain't got nowhere else to go. Now somebody else, they out here trying to really fucking get that shit in. But it's just not enough what they getting. So you can be a resource for that person. Thank you to the Spirit of the Most High God who brings us these messages. See, it's definitely something with partnerships and lopsided relationships. One-sided relationships. And you needing to trust and to know. Authority, emperor, where does your energy go? Where does it go? 6 and 4 is 10, right? I feel in 10 Pentacles, this abundance right here. And it's not like you just got like, man, I don't know what you got in the bank. I'm not going to diminish you or count your motherfucking coin. But I'm just saying, spiritually, okay, you got to be responsible with your energy and with your coin. If you are giving out to places that's like resentful and nasty, and it's just like throwing it to the wind, and you sowing your seeds on fucking concrete, or it's not good ground, that's not gonna grow for you. It's not. But when you sow in joy to people where like that's good soil, they out there doing their thing and they just need a little bit of support and upliftment, go ahead on and do that, because that seed will grow and it will return onto you, beloved. Again, where you gonna put your energy at? Where you gonna put that seed at? Over here, over here. Do I sow into this or do I sow into that? I think I sow over here because this is where it's at. King of Cups. I think I'll sow over here because this is where it's at. Where you gonna put your energy? Ace of Pentacles. Where you gonna put your energy? Spirit not playing no games. So take this how it resonates. People who need that energy, they need it, right? And they need to know that when the Spirit says, open your mouth and ask, because closed mouths don't get fed, that somebody will extend something to them. It could be you today. Page of Swords. Listen, watch, learn. Be observant. What have you seen from that person? Hierophant. It could be you today to help somebody. They come and petition you for help and support. It's up to you to touch base into your inner divinity and ask, what should you give and how should you give it? What is the measure? See, that way you don't be caught up in your head. Because it is people that'll get you wrapped up in your mind and you fuck around and give to the wrong damn thing. Because for some reason, we tend to give to the person that don't need the shit instead of the person that do. Like, it's a thing with seeing a person struggle versus seeing a person, I don't know. I'm getting like a person who struggles and you know they working, this person worked 2 damn jobs, fucking doing all this extra shit trying to make ends meet, and you know they struggling and you don't help them and you just let them be stuck. It's like, no. But then you know somebody else, oh, shit, here they come again. They still ain't got this job, or they had a job 2 weeks ago. What happened to the last job? Didn't I just give you $50? Didn't I just give you $100? Wasn't you just over here? And you steady give to them? It's like, flip that, switch that. Plans. Like, what are you planning for? What are you looking for? What progress have you motherfucking made? You know? For somebody, when the fuck you leaving? Somebody could have a grown ass kid living at home. When you gonna make plans to move out and be on your own and be independent? While you still talking about you looking for jobs and you need gas money and shit every other day. No. I don't know how it's going. But somebody might need to have a message. You know, it could be like reestablishing. Spirit might be saying, like, let me talk to you and tell you how to handle this. Something that's coming towards you. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Something that's coming towards you. Yeah, Star. I'm getting follow your guidance. I do see work. And I get judgment, right? So it's not like, you know, think about how they're working. What is their actions, right? In order for you to understand what is the right action to take. Who should you sow into? Who should you invest in? Right? Because you could tell when a person been busting their motherfucking ass and they only getting this one damn pentacle out at a time. Like, that's one pentacle is not enough. They might be like, damn, I'm just waiting for this breakthrough. To what? To go from the 7 to the 8, right? You know what I mean? Like, I just need this breakthrough. I just need this, you know, just this little space, you know, and I just need somebody to help me, you know, come together and support me and see that I'm on the road to victory. Like, understand that, right? It's just been a hard time. 3 of Swords, something happened and money done fucking got tight, right? That's the difference, right? Then, you know, a person that get a job and fucking walk away from that bitch every fucking couple of days. This could be somebody's, you know, family member. We do see the 9 of Wands. Shit, this person could delight in fucking, you know, being on some bullshit. But the Knight of Wands also is that wounded healer that's down here. It's giving segment. It's giving like the fire, the drive, and the intensity to do what you need to do. It's just tough. It's the environment, you know? It's just tough. 4240. Yeah, see, it's giving like 3 of Wands. Like somebody's waiting for something, for that breakthrough. 3 Wands, we saw a Page of Wands and a 2 of Wands. That's 6 Wands. That's success. Like they just, you know, but it's like you need to discern what's the truth and what's the test. Yeah, King of Wands. Yeah, Emperor. So sometimes it's like you can help somebody by taking the right action to give them a little bit of support that's going to help them sustain till they get to their breakthrough, right? You see them leading or being a leader, and sometimes it's just like not just mentorship, but somebody to just help bolster and support you and lift you up for a second. Lift you up. I don't know why I'm hearing Akon and Michael Jackson hold my hand. I don't know, but it's good. I'm getting lift you up. What song is that from MJ? Where he say lift? I'm hearing the part where he says lift you up, lift you up, lift me up or hold me up. Is it You Are Not Alone? You are not alone. I am here with you. Something like that. I just keep hearing the part where he like start going off like when the song break and he just saying lift me up. Lift me up. Like somebody to lift me up. It might even be fucking from Free Willy. Hold me like the river Jordan, and I would then say to thee, You and my friend, Carrie. Yeah, it's giving like somebody to help you, to carry you, to love you, to support you. I don't know why I feel like I'm about to cry for somebody. I just got really emotional for somebody. King of Cups. Wow, like somebody that could just help you. Like I don't know why. Like it just feel like these two, like they looking at each other like shit. Thank you so much for being there with me as I was going through a very dark space. Like your light helped guide me through. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know who who I'm channeling. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. You never know who really needs support. Like you could be a light to a person, you could be a help to a person. And sometimes we give that light and that help to the wrong individuals. People who you know is one-sided. Like they just using you to get your energy. And it's a lot of like, and then it's like even if they use you to get your energy, you feel like this at the end of the day. Like you don't feel like you did something great. You know what I mean? And it's all because of the relationship. Like facade, like you feel like you obligated or something like that. And there's somebody out here that really could use somebody that had a back. That's kind of what was catching me earlier, like when we was watching all these videos, to see kindness, right? People being kind. And do y'all know most of the videos that we saw, like I think 99% of them, it was only like one where the rescuer was a woman. The rescuer was a woman. All the rest of the videos, the rescuers were men. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know why they say men are not nurturing and caring and loving, like they don't have compassion like that. Because all of the rescuers were men. They were jumping out. They were kind of, understanding mama, the animal that's like, come and help my baby is hurt. And then they like, okay, being gentle and understanding what they need to make sure she feels secure and safe, to back off, to allow them to help the baby and get them to safety. If that's not a caring, compassionate heart, I don't know what is. That's courage and bravery. It is a willingness to help, to be of service. It's very nurturing and compassionate and empathy. I don't know why we have such a hard time with extending that to one another, like as humans. It's so odd to me. This one, yeah, see, Knight of Cups. See, as humans, like a lot of people be sitting right here, and it's like, when do we extend that love and care and support to one another? Thank y'all so much for, I don't apologize for my emotion. I feel what I feel because I feel somebody who's going through that. And we do see destiny coming back, and we showed it right here. Destiny. See, somebody could be on their path to their divine destiny. And if you are chosen one, the trials are not easy. Like those storms are set up to make you feel like you gonna break. Like for some people, they actually, don't make it. So to recognize somebody who's really going through, and it's even like this expansion, either they're awakening, whatever is going on. Some people are distractions, and some people are designed to keep you stuck, and some people are going through because they are designed to wake up. Divine destiny. I step fully into my divine destiny, walking the path of my soul's highest evolution. And for those, the road is not going to be easy. It's set up in a way to make you feel like, can you get through another day? But once you understand that the right people will be placed like on your pathway and the help is there, then it's like, I don't know, you get it. And then understanding too that, until you come into your soul tribe and the right family, things can get very difficult. Things can get very dark, very dark. And what I learned from going through those situations is that it was developing my trust, Page of Cups, developing my compassion through the stress, Yeah, 9 of Cups and 6 of Wands. We see 3 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody needs encouragement to hold on. They might need support to hold on. Because it's very difficult to keep telling somebody to hold on, hold on, hold on. But this confusion is saying, like, where the fuck is it coming from? I don't understand what's happening. I don't know. I need help. Calling out for an angel. Somebody's struggling. Yeah, healing. Healing is here. And didn't we show expansion? They actually made us show this word. Again, expansion, right? Yeah, because that's what it is. You are being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. That's definitely for the person that obligated relationship. You know what I mean? Like, they need to expand. This other person will have to expand as well, but they need support. We see discovery coming through. And acceptance. Somebody could be struggling with acceptance of the storm and what it's doing for them. It's bringing in this abundance. It really, really is. And they may not see it. We just kind of talked about it. Right? We said that. Acceptance. It's something like, one man's loss. And somebody's going to take the opportunity to fish that shit out. Instead of him sitting up here like, oh shit, I lost my shit, he could be doing something to go back and go get it. That's his person. They going to fish that shit out. Somebody got the attitude of, I'm going to work it out. It's going to work out. I just need support, to get over the hump, to get over this break. And you could be that person for somebody today. So pay attention. Pay attention to what your spirit says, right? Pay attention to who's being brought to you, because this is another test for you. The whole thing that we've been kind of getting is one-sided relationships. You know when a person is not reciprocal, when they don't appreciate your energy, and even when you feel a kind of way about giving it. That's not the person to give to. That's the test. Spirit said, leave their ass on red, beloved. Leave it on red. The other person, the spirit will tell you, this is a person that really needs help, and they will tell you how and what is the measure to do it. Anything else? No, that's it. That's what we got. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate you so much for, being here. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come and stick and stay. And I appreciate that so much. I do. We are growing 1% daily, and the growth is not easy. That's why they say growing pains, right? But the spirit of creation is doing something in somebody. It's telling you to lean on your instincts. And you could be a partner to somebody reaching their destiny, right? This person may not be able to, just get everything done with what they're working with. And they may need a little bit of support to get over the hump, beloved. This one. Yeah, discovery and release. You're going to definitely discover who you need to release and who you need to help, right? Just listen to the spirit, right? Release, growth, and forgiveness. This card just wants to keep talking. Courage and boundaries. Have boundaries, maintain your courage. You can get through boundaries and, challenges. For some reason, I'm hearing brick walls. Somebody feel like they are facing a fucking brick wall. And I'm seeing this card where, the spirit took a ladder and placed it up against a brick wall. So instead of trying to bust through it, they were given an avenue of vehicles to just climb the fuck over it. See, the key is right there. And it's given, facing a brick wall has somebody discouraged, but you don't know that the spirit brought a key. Whether it's this key to open the door, whether it's a ladder to climb over the wall, it's something there that's going to help you move, to bust through, to break through. Thank you guys so much. I love you to the next now. This one's done. Ashe, beloveds. Mwah.